Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be setting up my 2026 Hobonichi weeks, which is going to be my health and wellness journal. And I'm continuing my personal series of It's Already 2026, but I procrastinated and/or life got in the way, so I haven't actually set up my planners yet. So if you are also on that personal journey, then come join me. It's never too late to start, even if it's December. So let's get started. Now, this is the 2026 Hobonichi weeks, the standard size, not the mega. I did have a mega last year. I'll show you. I had this Sneaker Weeks mega, and I mainly got it because the cover that I did want was not available. It was a standard one, but it sold out before I was able to buy it. And so this was the next best one because my favorite color is purple, in case you haven't realized. Everything in my life is purple, but I didn't need all of those extra pages. I doubt I'm going to use that many even this year. So I decided to stick with the standard this time around. And I decided on the candy stripper cover, which I am 12 years old. That is really funny. That's a very funny brand name to me. I don't know the story behind the candy stripper name, but you know, good on them. And this was a very cute cover. It's got little cats and doggies on it. So I wanted something fun for my health journal because taking care of yourself is not always the most fun. So I wanted something to kind of motivate me. And because there's a lot going on the cover, I'm probably not going to put any additional stickers on it because it's got this holographic finish. It's got all these little pictures. So that's to be determined. I do have a clear cover that I will be putting on it, but I'm not going to do that just yet because I may want to put some stickers on this inside cover. So I'm going to decide that before I put that on. But we're not starting with the cover pages just yet. I'm going to start with something a little easier just to ease us into it, which is the year at a glance. Now, for the year at a glance, I have just like the same as for my Hobonichi cousin. I have the lightly inked year at a glance, and this is for the weeks. And this is for the year at a glance. This is for the index page, which is the next page. So we'll get to that. But I have this from Lightly Inked. It's a nice sort of lavender. It's like almost pinkish, but I think it is supposed to be lavender. It might just be my lighting, but we will go ahead and get that started. And you know, I don't think I have something to make this flat. I used to have a binder clip somewhere around here, but it has flown away from me. So I think I'm just gonna do the best I can and maybe bend this slightly. Sorry if you can hear my dog. Someone is daring to bring their trash bins back in, and that greatly offends her. I have a corgi. Her full name is Keyleth, but we just call her Kiki. And she does get offended at a lot of different noises, just all the time. But that's okay, she makes up for it in cuteness. There we go. Now, this will only be my second year using the weeks. I first started with the, oops, hello. Oh, no, that just went You know what? That's just gonna stay like it is. That did not want to come back up. I started out using the Hobonichi Cousin just for my main, journal and planner. But then I wanted to kind of experiment with using the weeks as more of a health-focused planner. And I did fall off of it last year, but I fell off of all of my planners last year. It was just, there was a lot going on in life last year. But I would like to get back on it this year. And especially because I am dealing with some chronic health issues that I'm still trying to get sorted out with various doctors, various medications, various health plans. So I definitely need something to help me keep track of all of that and to help me just get organized in that aspect of my life. Alrighty. A little crooked, but you know what? It's good enough. Alright. So I'm going to put this intentions one here. See if we can get it relatively straight. Yeah, pretty good. And put 2027. Now, I will say, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to really use this page for anything. I'm still kind of deciding on that. Whether I want to use it to track like walks that I take, but I think I'm going to be using the monthly pages to really track all of my workouts. So I may not do that. I'm not sure if I want to maybe like color code my step amounts, have a different color for each range of 1,000 maybe. I don't know if I'm going to fall off of that too quickly. So if you have any ideas of how to use this page with a health and wellness focus, then please do let me know in the comments. I'm always open to new ideas. I love seeing what other people do with their planners. Because I watch a ton of planner content, not just Hobonichi, but primarily Hobonichi. And that inspired me to start creating that kind of content as well. All right, looking pretty good. Now we're going to put this last box. Oh, the page keeps moving. That's rude. Okay, pretty happy with it. So here is our finished year to glance page. And then now we're going to flip to the index. Now I do know what I'm going to use this page for, and it's the same thing I used it for last year, which is a weight log. So I don't usually weigh daily, usually it's like every few days, but I did really like using this just to track my weight and to see it change over the year. So I'm going to continue with that. And for that, I have the lightly inked index stickers. Now, I do find this interesting. It's got little, I guess it's like the flower for each month, like corresponding to each month, because December has holly. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I guess they're supposed to go up here in this section, but it doesn't cover the full section, so I'm not entirely sure how to use these. I am going to put them up here because I don't really have a use for this section, so I figure they'll just look nice up here, and there'll be a few boxes left if I do have something to put in there, but yeah, I did think that was interesting. Now, it's technically not like a wellness tracker, it's just a weight tracker, but I want to use all the stickers on the sheet, so I'm going to put that on the other side. And, you know, I guess it is an aspect of wellness, so still kind of accurate. I am the worst when it comes to putting things down crooked. So I really want to not do that this time. But it's a little difficult to see head on, so I might have to pick this up a little bit. All right, these are the really tricky ones. Hey, pretty good. All right, let's see if I can do it again. Nope, that didn't. I don't like the way that. No, get back. Nope. Stop it. Okay, let's try that one again. I don't know what happened there. It was okay, and then it wasn't. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that leaves 2 boxes. Okay. I do like the idea of having a little decoration on this page, just to make it look nice. All right. So here is our yearly index, which is going to be my weight log. Looks really nice. Okay. So skipping December. Now I'm going to set up the monthly pages, which, like I said before, is probably going to be where I'm tracking my workouts. So any like walks, other cardio, weight training, stuff like that is going to go here. And for that, I have the Coffee Monsters Co. Weeks monthly kits. Now, I only have the first half of the year because I got part 1. I didn't see when she put out part 2, and then she put her shop on pause for the new year. So whenever she gets her shop back up, I will order part 2. But for now, we have part 1. And I did the same thing in my Hobonichi cousin, but I have mixed up which months belong where, because I felt like as it was, the color palette didn't exactly fit kind of how I was feeling for each month. So I've shuffled them around. I did make a mistake when I was setting up my cousin, and I think I switched up like May and March or April and March. So I will try not to do that again. And I did kind of write on the back of each one which month it's supposed to be for. So let's see if we can get it right this time. And this is actually my first time getting the monthly kits for the weeks. Previously, I only got them for the cousin. But again, I figured if I want to really try and get myself to be in here and using the weeks more often, I want to make it look pretty. So I'm going to grab the appropriate month name from its sheet. And that is the good thing about the Coffee Monsters Co. kits, is she separates the name from all of the artwork. So if you want to mix it up, you can. Now, are these individual, or is that... what's going on here? Oh, they're all together. Didn't realize that. Do I want to put anything else down at this time? I think I'm just going to leave it like that for now, and then, you know, if there's anything else, and I might also put like doctor's appointments in here, just because it does pertain to health. So yeah, I might go ahead and do that. Now I guess this is like to go along the bottom. I do kind of like that as some decoration. So I might go ahead and do that. Not sure if I'm going to use it for anything, but hey, that looks cute. Nice. Alrighty, let's repeat this for the next 5 months. Okie dokie. We have the first 6 months set up. I somehow managed to get this side of most of them crooked, except for the last 2, which I'm really, really proud of. I don't know how I managed to keep doing that, but you know, we deal with it. We move on. Such is life. But now that we're done with that, I'm going to set those to the side. And before continuing on, then I'm going to go back to the cover pages. Now, I don't have the clearest vision of what I want to do here. I didn't do a whole lot in my previous one, mainly because I was trying to set it up quicker, which I really should be doing for this, but hey, we're here. But I do know that I want to be kind of silly, kind of playful with it. Again, I'm trying to make this fun for me to use. So if I can have something fun and silly to look at every time I open it, then I feel more likely to use it. So with that in mind, I do have a few things. I have this washi tape. That's just kind of these fun paint splatters. Let me undo it so you can actually see. Just these fun paint splatters to use as sort of background pieces. I had this kind of fun looking PET tape. I haven't actually used it yet. I need to get this tape off. I'll do that in a second, but they're kind of just like frames, I guess, with fun flowers around them. So I may use that, I may not. Got a couple corgi stickers. That one's coming up. It like got stuck on something. I don't know. But I feel like they were relevant to a health tracker. And my dog Kiki is a corgi, so, you know, get a little corgi butt inspiration. So I know I'm definitely going to use those. Except for there's like, I don't know what this one got stuck in. I hope it actually sticks down. I may have to glue it. And then I have an assortment of other stickers. I know I'm going to use this one. Very wise words from a very wise woman. Your energy is a luxury item. Not everyone can afford it. Wise words of Taylor Swift. I have this 2026. This is from Coffee Monsters Co. I figured the cloud kind of represents sleep. Working on getting good sleep this year. Bejeweled. I can still make the whole place shimmer. Because no matter what, you can still make the whole place shimmer. I have this little Sagittarius nutrition facts. This is from my Dandelion Diaries. Or I don't know if our shop is just named Dandelion Diaries. I'm not sure, but I watch my Dandelion Diaries YouTube channel a lot, and I really like her stickers. So, little nutrition facts. I think this was a freebie I got when I ordered from her shop. Every flower blooms in its own time, which I just thought was a nice sentiment. And then I got a couple of these. Got Self-Love Potion and You Are Magic. Just a little self-esteem boost, a little encouragement. And then I may or may not do one of these coffee seals from the Coffee Monsters Co. I'm still deciding on that. Oh, I definitely want to use one of these. This is from Crafty Planning. I believe I got this on Etsy, but just some nice sort of encouraging phrases. I'm currently trying to decide between rest is not a reward, you deserve a fucking break, and I don't just survive, I fucking thrive. And you know what? I may end up using both because they're both true. Or at least I'm hoping they'll be true this year. So yeah, and I'm actually gonna work backwards, I think. I'm gonna start here and then maybe branch out. Because I also have some fun, like I have this fun little food sticker book that's got all kinds of different food stickers. Mostly like not the healthiest. So I'm not gonna use some of these, but you know, maybe some fruit. I think there's like eggs in here. Oh, definitely an avocado. Look at that. Look at the little cat avocado. It's so cute. So some of these will definitely be going in here. So I got that. And then got these little washi stickers. These came as like a freebie in a journal say order. So that's upside down. So again, mostly unhealthy foods, but there are some like more healthy stuff in there. There's bananas. So I'm gonna see what I can use of these because they are nice looking. And we'll go from there. So I want to get down some base pieces here. Oh, I like that. All right. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I want this to go there, but let's see how everything else looks around it. Nice. I like that a lot. I may go back in and add maybe little bits here and there. I'm not sure yet, but I'm pretty happy. Okay, so do I want to kind of extend the paint over to this page? I'm not sure if it's actually gonna work over there. I do feel like there should be something else on here, but I don't know what that is. What do we think about maybe this one here? I think that could be good. I think that would work. And it's okay if they overlap a little bit. Okay, And I don't feel like I need anything in the background for this one. I think it'll be fine. That is super cute. I love that. Look at that. Adorable. All right, so then let's see. What do I want to do here? I gotta make sure glue doesn't stick these pages together. I did think about doing kind of a green theme because, you know, green, health, all that. But I couldn't find a whole lot that I really wanted. I found a few things. This nice window with a bunch of plants, some flowers, and then these little thingies. And I don't know, I probably could do more. I also kind of wanted to cover the Hobonichi with like some paper, but then I didn't have a whole lot of paper that I thought would fit. I'm not sure. Let me look again at what I have and I will come back. I'm back, and as you can see, I've gathered some things. I have these pieces of paper that are talking about Christmas cake and preserves. You know, it's food related. And then I have some flowers, streetlights, lantern, but I also have these little thingies that I'm hoping to kind of frame it with. Not sure if I'm going to do that, but since these papers don't fully cover the background, then I'm hoping to make kind of a border of each side with this sort of brownish green washi tape, hoping to kind of complement the colors here. So I'm gonna jump in, I'm gonna see if that works, and we'll go from there. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do like one long piece across the top and bottom, and then I'll probably be able to cover the middle just with one. Yeah, that's wide enough to cover there. Let me think. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the middle and the sides, and then the top and bottom. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do this. That's as close as that's gonna get. Hopefully it doesn't start lifting up, but I think it'll be fine. Not the cleanest. That's okay. All right, got the base done. I like it. So now let's look at how we're gonna do these. I think that looks really nice. Now, what I do want to look at is I have this sticker book, which is like a bunch of sort of witchy nature stuff. And I want to see if there's anything that might be good to add in a couple empty spaces. Yeah. I think that turned out really pretty. I'm happy with that. All right. So now that we have the cover pages done, and we got the monthlies, we can move, oh, part of the monthlies. We can move on. Now, I'm still trying to figure out exactly everything I want to do in the weekly pages, because I know I'm going to use this side as like a meal log, essentially. And so I'm really not going to do anything to it right now. I'm just going to basically write out what I have. But this right side, I'm thinking I want to do sort of like a energy tracker, like morning, afternoon, night, just to track my energy throughout the day and to kind of correlate it maybe with what I'm eating. But I'm not entirely sure how I want to set that up. So I think I'm going to play around with this December page for a second. And I'm going to use a pencil because I'm an anxious little bean who can't make decisions. And doing anything in pen for the first time frightens me. So, like, okay, up here I'm just gonna... So, I think I maybe want to do like a 1 to 10, but that's sometimes hard for me to quantify my energy. So I may just use like a one-word descriptor, like tired, or just like a good level of energy or a lot of energy. So I'm trying to figure out where I would want to cut it off, if I do want to cut it off, because I'm not sure what I'm going to use the rest of the page for. I know I had an idea and now I can't remember. I hate when that happens. But I did have another idea of what I wanted to use this for throughout the week. All right, what I'm going to do is just maybe write all of that out down the page, see see how it looks and go from there. Because I am wanting these to be like very low energy setups. I'm not wanting to have to do a lot because again, I'm trying to make sure I actually use this. All right, so now the question becomes, do I want to make the effort to like section each of those off? I think aesthetically it would probably look better, but will I actually do that every week? But I do want to do it just to see how it would look, because it will probably look better. Yeah, that does look better. Unfortunately. That's okay. I could probably do the short lines. All right, so I like that. You know, I might wait and see kind of how I end up writing it as I go along to see if then I want to use the rest of the page for anything else. But I think, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with this setup for now. Probably not gonna really have any decoration. Again, wanting it to be low maintenance, but we shall see. And I will set this up again for January. I just wanted to play around with it and see what it looked like. So now we're gonna flip to the back section. And I do want to put a couple things here because I will be using this sort of as my index because I am going to put some things back here. But I would like to decorate up here a little bit. Now, I think I am going to put this one maybe somewhere here. And then I wanted to put an avocado. Let's see. Do I want the big kitty avocado? Is that gonna fit? Or should I get the cute little small avocado? Decisions. And I think I do also want to put some of these. So maybe I'll go with the small avocado. I don't know. My heart is telling me big kitty avocado. I think that would make me happier. All right, so I'll come back and fill this in once I've set up a couple of other things. All right. So pages 1 through 12 of these notes are going to be my symptom trackers for each month of this year. I have a few different things that I'm wanting to track, especially if I'm going to be changing medications or trying, new regimens. So I want to keep track of all of those. And I'll show you at least how I set up the first one. I may either speed through the others or do the others off camera, but I'll show you how I do January. So I'm going to start out doing a line across, and then a line down the page. Okay. So then I'm just going to put the day numbers down the side here. And then up at the top, here's where I'm going to put the name of each like symptom that I want to track. So say I wanted to track headaches and dizziness. And so then I would just put a dot on a day that I had a headache, and then if I need to write anything additional, then I'll write it in this section. And then up at the top here, I'll just put and I have 8 spaces to track 8 different symptoms. I may not end up doing all 8 to start with, but I'm going to leave myself some room for later in the year because I'm just going to replicate this and do it for all the other months. So if anything new pops up, I want to be able to track it, but I will have like an other category. So I will finish filling that in off camera, and I will be doing the other months off camera as well, but they're going to look exactly the same as this. So that is my symptom tracker. So now we're going to go to all right, page 13, and this is going to be, I have this lightly inked health and wellness labels sheet, and it's got a lot of really good labels for a health tracker or a health journal. But I'm going to use the doctor's appointment notes. I'm just going to put that down as the header. Nope, that's not centered. That's not centered. Oh no. Get off there. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. And so with that, I'm probably just going to mark off this part of the page real quick. And that way I can just put the date and which doctor on this side, and then any notes or any questions I want to ask on this side. And that is done. Now I'm going to give myself a couple extra pages just because I don't know how much I'm going to have to say. But then I do want to put this medications here, just so I can keep a running list of what medications I'm taking, any new ones that I start taking and when I start taking them, things like that. And that I'm going to leave that pretty much open-ended because I'm probably just going to be just writing across the page for those. And I shouldn't have more than this double page. If I do, then that's might be a problem. All right, and then let's see. I do like all of these. And you know what? I actually might, because I do take some vitamins. I'm gonna separate the vitamins from the medications. So I think that'll be a good idea. So I can keep track of if I stop or add any of those. And again, I'm just gonna leave it open. Right. And then I think lastly, at least for now, I'm going to put this physical therapy exercises header. Because I do actually have some physical therapy exercises that I should be doing. And I have not been. I have plantar fasciitis in both of my feet. And a couple years ago, I did go to physical therapy for a little while. They gave me some exercises to do at home for my foot pain. But I did not keep those up. So I would like to get back to those. I may just write them out, and then honestly, I might do another set of trackers. Have each of the exercises written out, and then kind of do like I did with the symptom tracker. Because I think I should have enough pages. This would go to 36, yeah. Yeah, I definitely have enough pages to do that. So that's what I may end up doing. But that will be determined at a later time. And there are some other really good labels on here. You know, I may do something with the healthy meals or healthy snacks, although I will likely be doing more of that meal planning on my computer just because it's easier. I may do some of this, but I don't have any use for the rest of these right now, so I'm going to set them aside. But I think we're done. Now, before I actually say that though, let me go ahead and put the clear cover on. Look at that. Very, very shiny. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, I think we're done. So just a little flip through. And hopefully by the end of the year, this will be nice and filled out. And I will be adding the rest of these 6 months. And I may revisit this for another video when I have maybe another update to this weekly spread or just something else I want to add. But yeah, that is my health and wellness planner for 2026. I hope you enjoyed this setup. I appreciate you if you watched to the end. Please like and subscribe and do all the things, and I will see you next time. Bye.